What is up, Karatics? In this video I'm going to be talking about how the new auto shop property works as part of the Tuners DLC and what the payouts are like. So as with most businesses and online like the arcade and the nightclub, there is a normal kind of legal business aspect to it with low payouts, which in the case of the arcade, for example, is the arcade games generating you money that you periodically get from your safe. And then there's the more illicit side within that business, which in the case of the arcade, for example, is the casino heist. So for this new auto shop, it's very similar. We have both a normal kind of legal business and we have the more illicit side of the business as well. So in terms of the legal part, it's basically a mechanic shop where you fix and modify clients' cars for a profit. So for the property itself, you can buy it from the Mace Bank foreclosure site, and there's 5 different locations to choose from. Honestly, the location for this business doesn't really matter too much, but based on some of the setup missions I've personally done, and the client locations as well, the 3 northern properties are slightly better to save you a bit of time. Also to note, the Strawberry location does have a 100% rebate 72 hours after purchase, for Twitch Prime members only. Again, for Twitch Prime members only. And for those of you who don't know how that works or what it is, I will leave some instructions in the pinned comment down below that will explain how to become a Twitch Prime member if you're not one already. Now, in terms of upgrades for this property, personally, I would avoid the staff member upgrades, and I'll explain why later in the video. In terms of the second car lift upgrade, it's really up to you if you feel it's worth the extra $650,000. The property itself already comes with 1 car lift, and the second one will allow you to have 2 clients' cars in your auto shop at the same time, rather than just 1. And other than the business stuff, it also includes 10 extra personal vehicle slots if you need more space, and you can customize your cars right in there, which is very convenient. But anyways, once you have the auto shop property and do the first setup mission, then you can access the business side of the property. So going back to the client's cars, these cars randomly appear in your auto shop, and Santos will send you a message once one arrives. And to clarify, there's no current way to get clients' cars faster. It just happens and you have to wait for one to appear and get that message from Santos. Now, once a client's car randomly appears in the property, then you can go ahead and service it for them whenever you want. So you basically walk up to the car whenever you're ready and install all the specific upgrades the client wants. And it's very simple because it explains it right at the bottom, guiding you with each upgrade, and it's very easy to follow. Once done, then you can confirm the service cost, and you actually do have to pay for the final service cost. However, don't worry, you will get that money back after you deliver the car. So you can choose to have a staff member deliver the car for the client if you have that staff upgrade, or you can deliver it yourself. Now keep in mind that this is very similar to import-export, so if you damage a car on the way to the client, your potential profit goes down. So you might think the best thing to do is just let your staff member deal with it and deliver the vehicle for you. Well, unfortunately, they seem to always deliver it with damage. And on top of that, it takes between 10 and 15 minutes for them to deliver it, which you could have just done it yourself in about 2 minutes, potentially without any damage. So it's definitely not worth buying the staff upgrades, and you're better off just delivering the client's cars yourself. Now, in terms of payouts, again, reminding you this is the legal side of the business. The payouts you get range depending on the car, but it's roughly between $10,000 and $30,000, which is definitely an awful payout for this. It's kind of a joke, to be honest, but again, if you really think about it, there isn't much work that goes into it because you don't have to find the cars, you just have to upgrade them and then deliver them to the client, which is very, very easy. And remember guys, again, this is the normal and legal part of the business, so these low payouts are to be expected. Now, in terms of the illicit business side of this auto shop property, there's actually 2 different ones. So the first are the new contract missions, which are basically mini heists, and they're very easy to do. They can be done solo, and they have only 2 setups each, and then obviously the finale. For the setup missions, most of them require you going long distances around the map, so I highly recommend a fast aircraft or vehicle, such as the CEO Buzzard or the Sparrow from your Kasaka, or obviously an oppressor. Now, in terms of the contract finale itself, unfortunately, it only allows you to use the brand new tuner cars, which is quite annoying that you can't use your older personal vehicles for the finale, but that's what Rockstar decided to do. And if you don't own one of the new cars, you'll be using the yellow tailgater from the first setup mission, which belongs to Santa. Overall, these heists take about 20 to 30 minutes to complete, including the setups, which isn't too bad, and the payout is around $175,000 depending on which one you do. And honestly, that's a pretty bad payout when you compare it to Cayo Perico, where you can earn over $1.3 million in under an hour. But if you want to try something different and new for fun, that's what these heists are for. Now, for the last illicit part of this business, you actually have to unlock this part by delivering one of the client vehicles and then completing one of the contracts. Once done, this board will appear in your auto shop property with vehicles on it. And this is a hot list of vehicles to steal off the street, which is basically Simeon 2.0. So again, these vehicles must be found in free mode from an AI off the street. Now, some of these cars don't usually spawn in free mode. They're not part of a normal vehicle spawns. So in this case, what will happen is you will get a blue dot on your minimap, and when you drive to that blue dot, that will contain one of the vehicles on your hot list. Now, once you find one of the vehicles on your hot list, you have to steal it and deliver it to Simeon at the docks for a profit. Now, the payout for that is about $20,000, which is absolutely horrendous. I don't know why they made it so low, but I think it's more of something intended for you to do if you happen to randomly come across one of those vehicles in a session. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Overall, this new business is very unique and different, but I feel like the payouts could have been a lot better for the amount of time and money you're investing into them. But honestly, I'm surprised we even got a business at all for this update. It seems like Rockstar just created this business for fun, giving you something else to do rather than the usual money grind property. Overall, this update, it completely exceeded my expectations. I had my expectations pretty high, to be honest, and it completely exceeded them. I didn't think we would get this much content. I honestly assumed that the LS car meet building, the new cars to customize, and that's pretty much it. I didn't expect this new property, these really creative businesses. The creativity here Rockstar had, I genuinely really like the way they did this. And some people are even going as far as saying that it's better than the Cayo Perico heist, which, honestly, Cayo Perico was more focused on a crazy heist, very intricate, while this was more focused on the car community with a very unique business attached to it. Two very different things. But overall, I think this was a complete home run for Rockstar. The only thing I would have done was maybe made these payouts a little bit better so that they're a little more worth doing. Obviously, they didn't really intend this to be a money-making strat, these businesses, but at least make it worth your time. Something compared to the normal heist, but overall, not too bad. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.